about to check out this debate between just Pearly things and Destiny with the blue hair. I don't know why. I don't know what he's doing. He's like, hey, I'm on the left. Look. Like, you don't need the blue hair to tell us that, Destiny. They're debating Andrew Tate. And I thought this was interesting. I didn't watch it in full, so I wanted to watch it with you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop some comments, subscribe if you haven't. Let's get into it.
I'm a fan. I'm a friend. I think he's been sold a bill of goods. We'll see what happens here.
Am I tripping? So I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that. Let me put this in. I'll tell you what I think I just noticed. Okay, yeah. They spelled debate wrong. Yeah. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, is that some new? Or is there another way to spell it? I am high. So I could be tripping. Nah, I think they was just typing fast. It's cool. It happens on a regular. Like, if you look at the way debate is spelled on the screen. No, I'm not tripping. I swore I was going crazy. But no, yeah, that's not how you spell debate. At least I don't think so. So somebody probably was typing fast and just put debate. Yeah, they spelled it with a DEABATE. There was 2 A's they put. Yeah, they put 2 A's in it. Somebody was probably just typing fast. Somebody was probably just typing fast, man. That's like something that I think I did one time, and like now I be checking like crazy now. I double, triple, quadruple check every title, like words, and I will pull up the joint and just double check the spelling on everything because I'm high and I'll be blind. Like, I don't be wearing my glasses. So it's probably, I ain't gonna give him too much flack for that, but I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, I had to look it up. Like, let me see. No, it's spelled how I think it's spelled. Why?
The latest news. I saw your episode that you did the other day.
Where we covered his how-to traffic women guide.
So this whole lover boy method thing was where you can make women fall in love with you, which is not easy to do, by the way. But you make women fall in love with you, and then you coerce them into trafficking. The charges, I guess, against him now are trafficking, potentially.
Maybe one day I'll do a glasses.
Doubt that. Organizing crime group. And then the easiest ones, well, they'll all...
Once again, we don't know anything. So Destiny saying that out the gate, that he gave a guide to how to traffic, is disgusting. Disgusting. We don't have the information of anything yet, other than a bunch of females coming out and saying, these people are lying. We never said that he trafficked us at all. They're lying. This is the Matrix trying to get him. There's video footage of that. I would have to find that footage, but I'll pull it up. But yeah, I seen that. I was like, wow, you got a girl in handcuffs. Getting judged. She's like, they're lying. I never accused them of anything. They're lying. And she's getting dragged off in handcuffs? That's weird. That's strange. In my Cardi B voice.
Always get you if they want to get you are money laundering and tax evasion. That's how they get Capone. That's how they get all these guys. Okay. I guess the latest news is he's been detained for an additional 30 days in Romanian prison.
So it's an additional 30.
I really enjoyed that breakdown you did with the Romanian attorney, basically breaking down the case. You did that, and then Sneeko came on, and I don't know, kind of said his case.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
What Sneeko was doing to Andrew Tate.
What was Sneeko doing?
Slurping up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how people rock with Destiny. Me personally, like, even if I like had a cordial conversation with him, if he ever tried to refer to me as slurping someone up, we can never be cool, right? And from my understanding, I thought him and Sneeko were cool. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, bro. That is disrespectful. We gotta call a spade a spade. You don't say that to a man, right? Destiny might be down with doing that, but come on, bro.
Just slurp
all you guys do. You guys suck him off so hard.
No, I've called out Tate on a few things.
All right.
So there's people in the chat. They're like, "Oh, Adam said one bad thing about Tate. He should go to hell now." It's like, really?
I remember him actually speaking out and giving criticism to Tate. I do remember that. I 100% do remember that.
Relax, dude. But you interviewed Tate recently. I think you were the last interview of Tate before he went to jail. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to get the panel's basically Tate on what are your thoughts on Tate?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think these charges are trumped up? Do you think he's actually going to be seeing real legitimate jail time?
I don't know. I do think this might be a setup. I think that still time can tell. Only time can tell. But yeah, it don't look good. It don't look good
Here. And what will the
They
final
look like they're really trying to get this man, in my personal opinion.
outcome be?
So,
You want to go first? Ladies
well, I don't know all the facts of the case, I'd like to say. So from what I understand, could you explain more about
Well, let's let the man who just did a breakdown.
I don't know.
So Andrew Tate is being accused of essentially he gets women into this mind state where they're
You might have been the worst person to ask to break this down. I'm gonna be real with you. Destiny, with his biased ass, is probably the worst person you could ever think of to break this down.
into him. And then I think his goal is to get that woman to a dinner with another woman that works for him. He gets that woman to convince the other woman that is in love with him to start camming and doing sex work. And I think he flies him out to, I think they were doing their business in Romania. He basically has this cam girl sweatshop set up in their basement where he's got all these women working. And then he just kind of keeps them strung along that way.
This is bugging. They're being paid, bro. These women are being paid to work. What are you talking about? How's it yo, Finn, he's going off, yo. He's overkill. Over the top.
Camming shit, defrauding them on their taxes and stealing money from them, and then doing that indefinitely. And then there's also some of the charges, I think, accused of threats of physical and emotional abuse, I think, as well. And then there was that one threat of, or there was the thing too, but I don't know if that was accused to Andrew or if it just said that was about the 4 people. So it might not have been Andrew himself that was accused of that.
But the whole thing is he said all of this on camera loudly and proudly, meaning here is my business model. As case example, you're a pretty girl. You want to make some money. You're doing OnlyFans. You're doing all types of video chatting things anyway. Okay? Come with me and you can make $10,000 a month.
No, there's one flaw. He's
you interrupted him.
girls.
Yeah, they weren't girls in the industry.
All right. So he's recruited.
That's not a flaw. If they're choosing to do it, they're choosing to do it. They're going to do it anyway. That was in the back of their head anyway. What are you talking about? If that's what they're choosing to do, that's what they're choosing to do.
You have existing salespeople and you have new salespeople. That's how businesses work. I'm just boiling it down to the basic. Hear me out. Where everyone jumps in. You can make $10,000 a month in my business model, but I keep half. Or you can attempt to do it yourself and you can make $2,000 a month and you can do it and you keep 100%. Here are your options.
I don't see the problem. If that's what they chose to do, if they chose to do this, that's on them. They chose to go on their OnlyFans. What?
And that's the way that he's broken it down on camera multiple times. So he says, I've seen it consistently. Go out and try to do it on your own. You make less money. Come to me. You'll make more, but I'm also going to make some money. And that's how he made his fucking money. And that's his business model. Whether he was doing tax evasion, money laundering, coercion, that's another story. But he's been very open.
And that's what Destiny is trying to connect his video cam modeling into trafficking and all that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Open up. That's what the business model was.
The business model, he wasn't selling it. Or sorry, you want to talk about?
No, I just had a question about, so were the girls free to leave the whole time?
That's like
Pearly's on it. Pearly's on it. If they were free to leave the entire time, then all this stuff that Destiny is saying does not apply at all. How's that trafficking? If they can leave, they're being paid and they can leave whenever they want. They're trafficking. If I ask somebody, hey, man, come through and paint my house, I'll pay you. And then I get arrested. Hey, man, you kept him here all day making him paint houses. He was paid and he came to paint my house. I didn't traffic nobody. Nah, according to Destiny, you got to get locked up now. You can't be having people paint your house all willy-nilly and you pay them for their services and they can leave whenever they want. Who do you think you are?
I think a contentious point. I think there were logs leaked where there was talk of passport holding, and that's where the threat of physical and emotional violence come in. But I would have to see what the actual accusations
and the accusations. What did they accuse him of? You said
human trafficking.
No, it was emotional. You said something.
So there were 4 people that I don't know if there's been a new press release, but the Romanian document announced 4 people. Andrew Tate being one of them.
Mhm.
Of those 4 people, one
Tristan
of them
Tate,
was
his
accused
brother.
of rape. There was create a criminal organization. There was sex trafficking, and then there was the money laundering. But I don't think it's specifically who was charged with what. That's my memory of it.
Here's what I'll say.
And
This is totally my opinion. Totally my opinion.
Mhm.
Let's say Andrew Tate had 100 girls working for him. Let's just say. And 99 of them
Possibility.
were free to leave, all good, do whatever you want, no issues whatsoever. And then there was this one girl who had fucking issues. She threw up in the house and wouldn't clean it up. I think Sneeko brought up this example.
Yeah, that's
right?
what Andrew Tate's friend Sneeko said.
Whatever.
Yes.
I'm just saying. I'm giving. I wasn't there.
Yo, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, you don't even want to hear any other side than yours, Destiny. You came there to promote your bullcrap ass t-shirt. That ain't trash too, by the way.
I'm not here to clean up the vomit.
Why is your hair bluer than your shirt? That's crazy. Did you dye it this morning? Because you knew cameras was going to be there?
I'm just saying, I can see how this slippery slope happens. There's this one girl, 99 of the other girls are
Right.
fine. They're making their money, whatever. Again, this is my opinion. This one girl does something wrong, throws up, disrespects, talks shit, whatever it was. And now there's an issue with this one girl.
Wow.
And they're going to take this issue with this one girl that he held her passport or he wronged her or he physically harassed her
You wronged
because
her.
this one girl was acting up. So now you want to take this one case and paint this broad brush around this dude that he's just
Without even telling the full information.
raping and pillaging women galore. And that to me is, I think, unfair.
Okay,
'Cause
hold
I
on.
don't think
but you
that's what he
you
was
don't even
doing.
know the first of all,
Again,
we already
I
know.
said that is my opinion.
Sure. If he's doing what he said he did in his videos, he is a sex trafficker. Full stop.
Like what?
No,
He says
no. Listen, I'm about to look up the definition. While he's saying this, I'm going to look up the definition.
that he gets girls to fall in love with him. He says that he brings them
Has
to a
nothing to do
dinner
with it.
with another girl that's working for him with the express intent of that girl to convince this girl.
Wait, but did she?
That has nothing to
really
do
choose
with
to do
trafficking,
it?
bro.
I just don't. I'm sorry. If I'm thinking, okay, I'm putting myself in these girls' shoes. I
Okay.
get a boyfriend, right?
Now hold on. Destiny's simple ass. The action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Now, there's a bunch of things within this definition that deflates this fucking cancel culture balloon that Destiny is trying to push, right? For one, right? The number one on this list is no one was forced. No one was made to do it. No one was made to do it. Nothing about this was forced. These women were paid to do a job and they chose to do it. Second thing, right? Second thing, he didn't illegally transport these women. He didn't illegally transport them. They wasn't in like no bunker getting shipped to his house. Like the way that Destiny is framing this, just because he doesn't like or agree with Andrew Tate's viewpoints on relationships, I guess, is disgusting, bro. There's a huge difference between having a cam girl business, like, which is similar to like OnlyFans or something of that nature, right? And actual sex trafficking. This guy is disgusting, bro. It's clear as day what he's trying to do, but a lot of people within the world, and Destiny know this, are stupid and just going to go by Destiny. Well, Destiny knows everything. So it must be clear that when he's telling the truth. No, he's a biased ass wokey, mad as hell with his blue hair yelling.
Right. And the boyfriend convinces me to do cam work. That was my decision.
That's
That
great
was
that you
my
think that.
decision.
That's cool.
Personal
No,
decisions.
I- I-
That's great that you think that. No one's opinion is as valid as his, according to Destiny.
The
I feel like I'm
responsibility.
so
That's right,
tired.
you think that.
Can you not cut me
It's
off?
sex
Can you not cut me off? Like,
Thank
I'm
you.
just,
Thank you. Wind that back. I want to hear him full. Thank you. Stand up for yourself with that.
Decisions,
I just
personal
feel like
responsibility.
I'm
That's
so
right,
tired.
you think that.
Can you not cut me
It's
off?
sex
Can you
tra-
not cut me off? Like, I'm just tired of like, we're going to blame the men for your poor decision.
Right.
You picked to do it.
That's great that you feel that way, but it's still sex trafficking. You're
It's great that you feel that way. This man's disgusting. Address the fact. Address the evidence she's bringing up. These women agreed to do this. It's great that you feel that way. Can you argue the point? Can you argue? I'm starting to think that Destiny isn't really good at debating. He just is good at sounding smart and convincing people that he has points because he sounds smart. And then whenever you make a point that can debunk any of his, he starts to troll you instead of actually engaging in the conversation or disregard you, one of the two.
personal feelings don't matter. That's
By the
still
way,
sex
you're a
trafficking.
European girl.
She didn't say personal. She asked if these people agree to it, how is it sex trafficking? And you said it's okay to feel that way, but your personal feelings don't matter. When did she say I feel? Man, if these girls agree to it, how the hell is it? Come on, bro. Come on. That has nothing to do with feelings.
Girl living in the former USSR, you have no other job options, and you're hot and you're young.
Sure, or oftentimes
time to start doing
They
sex
weren't
information that
complaining
hasn't-
about the money. They weren't complaining about the money.
but he was
Right.
actively stealing from them.
Yeah, he admits
It's not
that. He
actively-
doesn't-
That's a different crime, bro. That's a different crime. That would be a different crime if it was a crime. That would not be sex trafficking. Which point? Argue one point, bro. You can't do your defense for your one point making no sense is why he was stealing money from them. That's not sex trafficking. This guy's he's crazy. How do y'all and people like this blow up and build huge platforms where people like follow them and respect them as if their word means everything? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Every time a point is countered to his point, he counters that by bringing up another point that has nothing to do. Was he sex trafficking or not? Did he take money or steal money or do a shady business practice? That's a different situation. How the hell are we using that as look, he said that he takes money. That means that he's sex trafficking. That's dumb, yo. Come on.
He literally said, when you're filling out these dumb women's tax forms, you can lie to them about the tax forms and take 20, 40% off the top.
That is where I think you were right.
Sex traffickers don't do tax forms. Destiny, for real. This video ain't gonna get monetized probably because I keep saying sex trafficking. You think someone who traffics sex comes up, okay, listen, a bunch of girls that I kidnapped. You gonna be with the mask on. All right, listen. You're gonna sign these papers so we can make sure that we pay you in the proper amount. We want to make sure the government knows you're here. What? It's not making no sense, bro. This nigga is just talking.
Right.
Yeah.
That is where I think you were right. Hear me out. That is where I think they will get him.
Yeah.
No, even I think you discovered at that point, even if they willingly just all the time, it's still sex trafficking. If I fly to another country, bring you to a country where you don't speak the language, lock you in a basement, and then tell you.
No. They chose to be there on their own free will. They flew over there off of free will. I don't know if they're in no basement. I'm sure they're in a mansion somewhere and they able to come and go as they please. You're not locked in. Why is Destiny out here sounding like Ethan Klein? Like, what does he have against Andrew Tate? Did Andrew Tate roast Destiny? Did Andrew Tate like call him a cuck or something of that nature? Because that would explain this whole hate crusade against Andrew Tate.
Like, hey, stream it, I'll cut you.
Not
That's
a lawyer,
sex trafficking.
No, it's
for
not.
me, that's definition-wise.
Sex traffickers don't cut you in. They don't cut you in. You ain't getting no vacation time. You can't leave on your own free will. They're not doing tax forms for you. What are you, for real? Like, you know what? Like, I swear, just because someone has a following does not mean they're correct, bro.
Maybe you're right.
Okay,
maybe you're
okay.
wrong. I don't know.
That's great.
That to me is not sex trafficking.
That's fine.
Because I agree with Pearl. These women knew what they were doing.
That's fine. That's fine. Thing that he's doing means that he's not actually hearing them or paying attention to what they have to say. He just came with his talking points. He wants to get through them, try to gain a following off of this appearance on this show, and then leave. He's not trying to receive any information whatsoever. That's how you could tell why he's reacting the way he's doing.
They knew what they were signing up for. They were free to leave. He wasn't holding their passports. But if he was skimming money off the top with taxes, that's what they'll
Sure.
get.
So these are the two stages, and I agree that that's what you're going to say, because I know that's what all the Tate fans are going to say. First, they're going to say he didn't do it, and then when they said he did do it, and it's obviously clearly sex trafficking, then it's going to be, oh, okay, well, sure, he's sex trafficking.
He's been committed to it. This is the same guy that says cryptocurrencies is like, was not crypto. I think it was NFTs. He said NFTs was a scam or something of that nature, and then like not that long after comes out with his own NFTs and starts selling them. And then when confronted on it, instead of asking or like responding to what he was asked, right, and talking about the subject of you scamming your fans, he goes, "What's an NFT? We can't talk about it unless you tell me the definition of what an NFT is. Then you must not know about it." It's just, nigga, the tap dancing that goes on whenever you ask him that question is crazy. Just answer the question, nigga. Did you scam your fans? We know the answer is yes. Do you want to talk about that, or you want to talk about what an NFT is? This is the same type of person. So he has no kind of morals, no integrity. He will go with the grift as long as he can and get followings and numbers and subscribers. He'll talk to anyone who has a following. That's just what he does, bro. Hunter Avalon is using the same technique to build his following up, right? He's doing the same tactics.
But it's okay. That's not even like real sex.
Listen, I don't even think he believes what he's saying right now.
Or who cares about sex trafficking? They chose to go to another country where they didn't speak the language. He was stealing money from them, and they were locked in for the first time ever doing sex work.
So I have a question.
It wasn't locked in. You can't show me proof that they were locked in. And in fact, the first arrest that I remember, that's what the girl tried to say. And then they had camera footage of her leaving and going, like coming and going as she pleased. Locked in.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the Romanian legal system. I don't know the definition of that. Okay, I'm not going to pretend.
You don't
I
have
do.
I'm
sorry.
A major
Sex
in
trafficking
Romanian
is
law.
pretty international. It's an international thing.
I don't know. I don't study sex trafficking.
Okay.
It's not my area of expertise. But my question is, what is incorrect about that statement? Do you not think the women should take accountability for the choices that they made?
They should, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, you can take
How? I don't know who the hell the other person is. This is simp culture in full effect. This is what simping look like. This is simping ain't easy in this piece. That was like simping to the max. Like, there's nothing to do. Yeah, it has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it.
I'm not asking about what the punishment should be for the women. They probably been punished enough. I imagine if they worked and had money stolen from them.
Mm-hmm.
Sue the nigga for money, bro. If it's a money issue and you feel like you are owed money, sue him for the money. You're accusing him of sex trafficking? Are you doing that just so you could be able to investigate and sue him for the money? Like, I don't understand. Because you're going to have weirdos like Destiny come on here and just say some bull crap because it's a left talking point.
What we're talking about was what Andrew Tate did, which is sex trafficking, right?
No, it's
They're probably
not.
going to make bad decisions.
I find it real convenient they can't have somebody there like the lead attorney. I would love to see Destiny talk that hot-ish in front of someone like the lead attorney who's not going to let that just fly. This is crazy, bro.
Why is it wrong if they freely chose to do it?
Why is it wrong if I get somebody in a relationship with me and then I'm able to flip that into them working as a prostitute for me?
You freely chose.
Yeah, he's just picking sex trafficking, prostitution, all this stuff when it's really just cam girling. There's a difference between being a cam girl and prostitute. In fact, lefties would take offense to that. I thought you were pro-sex worker. Weren't you pro-sex work? Don't you got friends that have OnlyFans accounts or something of that nature? I know you got friends that make it pop on the pole, man. I saw that. I was like, oh, she going crazy on Instagram. So all this shaming now, it seems like you're shaming the woman for being independent and making their choice to sell that ass on camera, via camera. Just sometimes maybe not even show anything, just talk to people, right? Live stream, chat, stuff of that nature. Now they're prostitutes for that. Somebody better save and clip this because he's going to say something down the line that's going to go against this. Maybe not even in this. Months down the line, he's going to say something and call someone a misogynist because they call someone a prostitute. Pull this clip up.
To do it. I just think there's nobody.
Why is it a prostitute for me?
You freely chose to do it. I just think there's nobody. I couldn't date a single guy that could make me want to do that.
That's great for you, but this isn't about you. This story isn't about you.
I love how passionate you are and the words you use, but we have to be careful.
Yeah, right. Check them. Give them some pushback, please, bro. Like, man, if I was there, I would have really been checking him. I would have been checking him OD. Like, nope, we're not going to move past that. You just said one thing, then went to the next. By definition, what is it? Can we pull this up? Is there no one in the background with a laptop? What's the definition of sex trafficking? Okay, Destiny, by definition, describe how what Andrew Tate did was that. You can't, right? Okay, let's move on. That's how you properly do that, right? You don't let someone like Destiny try to switch things and flip-flop and do these mental gymnastics. Fam, you can't fool me, bro. If you're going to say something that's an accusation, tell me why. Let's see receipts, proof. Let's go by definition. Let's do all of that.
These aren't prostitutes. They are hear me out.
Sex workers.
They're on camera doing cam girl shit. At any point, they can turn off their camera At any point, they can say, I don't feel like it today.
Right.
But they're doing it to make money. This is a job so they can make money.
OnlyFans.
Now, OnlyFans,
Except
hello.
they're in another country where they don't speak the language.
What do you
Where
mean
they're
they
in
don't
it?
speak?
OnlyFans and this stuff is all over the world. What are you talking about? And they chose to go to a country where they don't speak the language. There's plenty of people that go to countries where they don't speak the language. I plan to eventually go to Japan where I don't speak the language. Am I not allowed to go there? Can I not make YouTube videos? If there's like a YouTuber in Japan that wants to collab with me, am I not allowed to do that because he would be taking advantage of me? Is Destiny going to scream that he's a sex trafficker because I did a YouTube video while I was overseas in a country where I don't speak the language? There's no one giving him that type of pushback in the studio fully. Not like I just did.
The language.
This
They're
is like
in
saying
Europe.
anybody at any time could go and buy and sell the right options, the right puts or calls to be a billionaire. That's true. But the hard part is making the picks, right? If you're flown to a whole other fucking country, you've got some dude that you think is your fucking boyfriend that's in love with you, and now you're doing sex work for the first time in your
Naming things that would have nothing to do with whether you think he's your boyfriend or whether he's in love with you makes no difference. Also, you think that's your boyfriend when there's a plethora of girls in the house with you doing the same thing. And then also, this guy's famous for saying these ain't his girlfriends. You got your phone. I know you watch his stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, this shit sounds so trash. Like, I'm disappointed in Destiny, man. I guess I was fooled to think that he was a good debater as well. But now that I'm like, I've gotten into the debate sphere and just, I guess have a certain level of intelligence, I'm just like, Destiny's not good. If this is the points he bring, he's trash, bro. People gotta stop kissing his ass just because he has a following.
fucking life. You don't speak the language around here. The guy's stealing money from you. Who knows if you even know how to fucking
I'm
book a
sorry.
ticket
Unless
out.
these girls are beyond naive. If they
Sure,
see
and that's
99 other
fine.
girls
Yeah.
there,
Okay, cool.
they don't think this is my boyfriend and he loves me.
That's great. And
he's
that's
like,
fine.
now I'm a part of a harem.
There's literally a name for the method.
Hold
That's why
on.
it's called the Loverboy method. This is exactly
Yes.
what they do. But if you don't care about sex trafficking, that's fine. And a lot of people.
No, no.
Wow. Wow. If you don't care about this nigga's woke, bro. He's a woke piece of crap. Like, yeah, I'm not on the Destiny wave. I'm not rocking with that guy. Like, I ain't rocking with that guy. I used to say, of all the lefties, I mean, he'll actually get in there and have the conversation. No, he'll get in there and grift. Well, if you don't care about sex trafficking, then whoa. Is he suggesting that if the girls resides in the country or origin other people in other countries who don't speak their language would not still come to their content? Exactly. He acting like it's only for your one city and states. You can't put it online, right? Which is what it is. It's cam girling. Like, this guy's bugging out, bro. He's wilding. Nice Destiny for gaslighting. Yeah, that's what he does. I don't really care. OnlyFans, but in today's world, OnlyFans subscription is stupid because you can get for free. It's really the connection. I guess people would do it because they think that it's like an exclusive connection to them and the person. Or sometimes it's just support for whatever, whoever the hell they supporting.
Oh, care about sex trafficking, which is cool.
I'm not saying I don't care
whatever.
about sex trafficking. Would you say that there's the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking and then there's the Tate thing and they're not even fucking close?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
Go,
Why?
state your case.
I don't. What's the definition of sex traffic? I don't. I just
Man,
think
Natalia.
because here's.
Guys,
I would just,
Finally, after it's been said 30 times, someone finally says, can we get the definition? What's the definition? Yes. Like that's something that should have been brought up in this discussion.
I got you. I agree, bro.
I would just think that it was that you aren't free to go. That's what I thought.
Right.
I thought it's only sex trafficking if they're underage or they can't leave. That's what I thought.
You said there's three things?
I believe there is. I watched some legal breakdown. There's got to be physical pressure, physical violence, coercion, and one more.
It's forced fraud and coercion.
Yeah, fraud
Yes.
and coercion. Yeah.
So fraud is gonna be stealing the taxes.
taking the money. The coercion we don't really know about.
Fraud is taxes that has nothing to do with the actual accusation of sex trafficking. That would be once they're already in there working for you, right? That's so if you can't go to a business and be like, you're sex trafficking because they committed fraud or underpaid their employees, right? That would be something different and a whole different conversation as well, fam. I think the main thing that he messed up was force, not like just say the word force. Force, bro. That would be the main thing that applies. You are forcing them to stay there. They can't leave. All for that one thing alone. This is not that. But it's funny how they dance around that for physical force, nigga. it's not that hard to understand. If he wasn't keeping them there by force, then no, it was not traffic. This thing is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And he didn't illegally transport them either. That would involve maybe kidnapping of some sort, right? Like, I don't know, man. I thought this was basic common knowledge. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought that was common knowledge that you can't just accuse people of shit that they didn't do, especially when the definition shows that they didn't do that. Well, they committed fraud in another case. So, right, in my opinion, they committed fraud in something else. So we should connect that to this for a reasoning why this all works.
Because we don't know what the evidence.
Because that's all he said. She said right now.
Sex traffickers don't do taxes, bro. There's no tax form for that. I don't think that would be on the what was it, 1099? Like, oh yeah, we selling his ass. That's not a tax thing.
Right now, but we don't know what evidence the police has. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think the only reasonable position is to be agnostic until you see what develops in the case.
Sure. Yeah.
That is true. I think we should wait, but there's certain things that sound ridiculous, especially when you got bozos like Destiny out here just spitting that nasty wokish.
Here's I think the biggest point here. Tate has become famous for talking that shit on social media, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. And what will make you famous will also
fuck you
put your ass in jail. And that's the problem that he's having right now. I do this is how I make my money. I'm a badass. It's like, yo, this guy's sick. Let me follow this guy. You're going to jail for the exact same reason. That's the problem that he's going to have.
Going to jail for.
Yeah, what are you talking?
This guy's a fool. Yo, this guy's a fool, bro. Straight fool. Yes, people are attacking him and making Andrew Tate a target because of all the information that he shared and the way that he speaks.
Such bullshit.
He said
he's going to jail because he's in an Eastern European country that wants to fucking be taken seriously on the world stage, and he's bragging.
I think I would probably smoke Destiny in this. Yo, fam, I have the most confidence that if I ever debated Destiny about this subject matter, I would smoke his boots. And it would just be me ripping apart everything that he's saying, right? Because my only point on the Andrew Tate thing is let's wait, let's get more information, right? But I'm hearing the stuff he's saying, and it's like, it sounds so ridiculous that no one's really questioning him on it. Like, I would question him and continue to question him until he gave a solid answer. He's dancing right now, bro. He's dancing. If this is his stream, he'll start playing music so he could cut everyone else off.
About sex trafficking in the fucking country. That's why he got charged. He's going to jail.
Literally my point.
But Andrew Tate isn't known for telling young men how to sex traffic. He's known for challenging the matrix and challenging the system. People are trying to.
He has a whole course about that.
Yeah.
He might have been talking about it, but that's not why he gained popularity, and that's not why people are saying he's being targeted by Romania or the Western world. People are saying, "Oh, they're targeting because he's telling young men how to."
Destiny is the worst, bro. This nigga sucks. He sounds like Hassan right now. He sounds like Hassan. Like, him and Hassan sound identical. And I know they hate each other, but boy, do they sound the same with similar arguments.
The point he's making is the fact that he's bragged about so much publicly is what's going to bug him, and that it's what's going to.
If you want to know what I think Tate stands for, what I actually think he stands for, it's not okay. He talks about the matrix and the system, and he has very loudly talked about how he makes his money and the cam girls, and he talks about whether he's toxic masculinity, what he's labeled as. What I actually think Tate stands for is just male self-improvement. Getting in the gym, being a badass, making money. And if you make
nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that. They treat that like that's a crime.
The money, you get the
because they don't want men to be strong. They want to attack masculinity. They want men to be feminine. That's what I believe.
I mean, you get the Bugattis, but he's talking about you becoming a better version of yourself. But nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about being a sex trafficker. They want to talk about him doing all the fucking ridiculous things out there.
Right.
That to me is his message, but it gets masked by all this other nonsense. So here's my next question to you. Let's say Tate is innocent. Let's just say Tate is innocent. Go with me here. Who do you think is pulling the strings trying to get him fucking set up and put in jail? Go with me here. Who do you think is? Do you think it's corporations? You think it's government?
Greta, for sure.
You think it's Greta Thunberg? You think it's the World Economic Forum? You think it's the U.S. government? You think it's like? Let's just say Tate's innocent.
Might be the gov, man. Might be the gov. I don't know.
And he hasn't done any of this. Innocent until proven guilty, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is saying this fucking Tate guy? we got to bring this motherfucker down.
I don't think there
Who's
needs to
doing
be.
it?
I don't think there needs to be a big conspiracy. I think it can be as simple as either a prosecutor doesn't like him and makes the wrong decision. Sometimes police mess up, or it could be the U.S. Embassy put a little pressure on Romania. That could have also happened. But I don't think there's this big international conspiracy.
So you
going
don't
on.
think it goes to some top
No,
World
I don't.
Economic Forum
No, I
matrix
don't believe in
situation?
that.
Charles Schwab.
Chuck
No.
Schwab,
I've heard that name so much.
World
So-
Economic Forum.
No, the
You'll be
Charles
you'll
Schwab.
own nothing and be happy.
I'm not that deep into the red pill yet. There's like layers, so I haven't hit the
She's doing research though. I give her credit for that.
like they call it the deep state,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that the Pizzagate?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
you're
know
familiar with this world. Go crazy with me. Go conspiracy theory.
If I was going full
Who is
conspiracy,
Oh no. What Destiny gonna say, man? Something that about him needing more hair dye. What else is he about to say?
That's a top saying
the
we
top
have
would be
to bring this
some
man
Romanian
down.
official who's like, our country is trying to be taken more seriously. Okay. Eastern European countries are like, I think, vying for validity from the West. And now we've got a guy that's in our country, flagrantly talking about and bragging about fucking sex trafficking. So we're going to fucking take this guy down. If I was to entertain a conspiracy, that would be my guess of where it would come.
I would say this is that he talks about corruption.
You literally said that multiple times during the discussion, Destiny. If you were to engage in, okay, I feel you on that. I
Right?
feel you, play.
And he goes, every country's corrupt. Every country's corrupt. Now, do you want to be in a country like the West? Because Tate talks very badly about the United States, the West, UK, London, EU, doesn't speak highly above it. That's why he likes more Eastern Europe, Dubai.
Fam, it seems like there's nowhere safe from the Matrix right now, bro. Seem like there's nowhere safe from the Matrix. Seem like if they want to get you, they about to catch your ass, bro. That's what it sound like. It sound like they want to get you, they gonna get you.
He's converted to Islam. He talks about the fact that in Romania, he's like, I like the fact that I could just go give a bag of cash and get out of the corruption and just pay it off.
Well, it hasn't worked this time.
Yeah, he was wild when he said that. I think he was more like joking, right? Of sorts. I thought he was I think that's what he was joking. I think that's what he was doing.
Exactly.
The bag's not
And
big
that's
enough.
why I think that he talks about the sex trafficking. I think that there's some prosecutor in Romania. Like if you want to go there, there's some prosecutor in Romania or some judge or some, legal aristocrat, whoever that's like, oh, right. Okay, bro. Well, test me. You're in my country. Let's see if we're that
Matrix
corrupt.
it's just a metaphor for people that don't want you to see reality, which I believe is facts because we've been proven that time and time again throughout history. I could just name a few times, bro. Let's see. Off the top, when the Black Panther Party was going to create something called, or they did create something called the Rainbow Coalition, and the government wanted to shut it down, and they did, and they assassinated the leader and told them, oh, nah, there was a shootout. And it happened during that process, just for people to examine the place of where it took place or whatever, the place where it took place, the apartment where it happened, and found that the only bullets that were all in the walls were from the government. That there was only one shot that was let off by one person in the Black Panthers who let it off as he was being shot. I think the family sued and later on won. It was proven that the government did that. It was a conspiracy. They said that they didn't want another Black Messiah referencing Malcolm X, but they were talking about, was it Fred Hampton? No, I was right. Why did I second guess myself? Fred Hampton. Right. That's one case. And I could just keep naming a bunch of times the government has like done some wild stuff and covered it up and things of that nature.
Okay, bro. Well, test me.
That's public information. And then what they do after he was assassinated, they take his ideas and claim it as their own, doing the free breakfast for the kids and stuff like that.
You're in my country. Let's see if we're that corrupt.
But
And I think there's maybe somebody
the
with
world
a
we
bone to
live in.
pick. But so maybe it's not the Charles Schwabs of the world and the Greta Thunbergs of the world and the Matrix. Maybe it's just some dude in Romania.
The reality too is that like when you talk about corruption, there's going to be different types of corruption.
yeah,
right?
I think you're taking the Matrix as in like we're in a simulation. No, I don't believe that per se, right? I mean, when I say the Matrix, more of a metaphor on society.
It wouldn't surprise me if I could go to a place like Romania and get like a speeding ticket and pay off the cop, maybe more than I could in the United States. But like double
Yes.
homicide, that's probably a different
Yeah.
thing. So the idea that like
There's
all
levels to
corruption is the same and
I
you can
think
pay up
that's-
anybody for anything, probably not true.
I think
I've
that's a
heard
very
that
good example.
if you're
Yes,
in
right.
Romania and you are doing anything involved with casinos, you're what is it, greasing wheels or greasing gears with like
Yeah.
pretty bad people. Like that's just like
Greasing
a
bombs.
given.
You're affiliated with bad people.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. That has to be the case.
Yes.
But I don't think that means you can get away with like blatantly sex trafficking or like raping or killing or like doing crazy shit.
Especially
like
if
Yeah, you're wild. You said perfect example of Matrix is men turning into women. Everyone knows it's bullish, but they keep trying to make everyone deny reality. Yes. Yep.
you're not a high profile figure.
That's another
Sure,
case.
High profile figure.
I went
Oh.
extreme with the
All
government
right.
one.
So give
but
me your
yeah, that's
your
one too as well.
prediction. What's going to happen to Tate in 30 days? Prediction.
Release. I'm hoping. Especially if he's innocent. Release. I don't want them to Mandela this guy.
Me first?
Yeah.
I like to wait until the facts of the case are out. It could go either way. It could be that
How
a couple
diplomatic
women.
of you.
Well, because it could be that a couple women gave
He didn't seem diplomatic when he kept calling him a trafficker. I know you had to be being sarcastic when you said that. 'Cause when he was being a trafficker, right? When you kept saying that wasn't real diplomatic.
testimony. They
Yeah.
can't validate it anywhere else. They've got maybe a couple whatever text messages and that's it.
That's funny.
And then nothing comes of it.
Hit
It
the
could
like
be that he
button,
didn't do
guys.
anything actually that wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
they did all freely choose to go there. They thought they could make some money. They weren't happy with the money they made, and now they came back and try to burn him. It could be that he actually did engage in a whole
Mhm.
bunch of fucked up shit, and we're going to see way more released from the Romanian authorities. But it could be anything.
How about this? I'm going to re-ask the question because
Oh, okay.
forget about predictions. Who knows what's going to
Mhm.
happen? Because it's very easy to say, let's just wait for the case comes out. How about this? Let's just keep it simple.
He should have, right? Now he wants all the facts. He should have been thinking like that the whole time before he kept calling him a trafficker over and over and over. Maybe he could have waited for all the facts then. Maybe that was a
Do
possibility.
you think that Tate, who has taken the internet by storm over the last 6-12
As many of you know, I was just banned.
She thinks she's talking about being banned from TikTok. Yeah, shout outs to Just Pearly Things, dope content creator, man. Has a lot of good points. And it seems like she's coming more from a learning aspect. I think she's even starting something called the Wife School for herself to learn how to be a better wife and woman for her potential partner, which I think is cool. A lot of women not brave enough to admit that, man. So check her out. I think Destiny is a fool. Just say what it is. If I debated Destiny right now on the same points and he came at me with that bullshit, I would shut him down immediately. He would never be able to get through it. And in fact, he would probably start playing some music or doing some trolling because he wouldn't be able to answer. And I'm gonna just sit there like this. This is your best you got? That's all you could do? Okay. Okay, no wonder why Hassan is running around here wilding out. Okay, I got you. But yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And also hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't watched more videos.